Torrent and Noble, who's going to be starting off. These guys are incredible. Torrent, in my eyes, Blaze, is the team to beat in Group B.
Yeah, they definitely are. And I do want to mention, too, as well, as we're coming off that last graphic, and because Noct was with Torrent during the last event, okay? And I guess they beat him so bad where he was like, you know what? Hey, if you can't beat him, I'm going to join him.
Sure.
So he'll be playing with Esports Arena this tournament. Now, Torrent, they'll be looking to go up against those guys at some point. Now, their first matchup, hey, we'll see how it's going to play out against Noble. Noble's a great team, but it's going to be a banger.
It is going to be a banger. I mean, you have to be ready for it, Fallout, because Noble is even a talented roster in itself. Kupski, Protectful, Hambino. What do you think about this trio?
Yeah, great squad. Obviously, Kupski's been competing a long time, captain for his teams, going back to the Flashpoint roster way back in the ALGS Online tournaments. And we know that they have a lot of talent. And obviously, a lot on paper might say that Torrent is going to clean sweep or win this matchup. But Torrent minus Noct in this competition, that's a big void and gap you have to fill. So I think it's going to be a closer matchup than we think.
It might be, yeah. Noct was, I mean, so instrumental in the success of Torrent. Maybe not in an ESA matchup, but like Play said, look, he's now on ESA, right? So good moves from him anyways. Torrent's going to have to recover. RamBeau, though, is incredibly talented in his own right. I'm sure he'll fit in just well. Speaking of which, let's take a look at our maps, guys, because we'll have a bit of a discussion here. I want to see if any of the, well, we won't see, which I was excited actually potentially to see Habitat 4, but that's okay. We won't see Habitat 4. We get the, and I think that's actually fair, Blaze, because you want to start off with the maps that you're most familiar with, especially against a lineup such as Noble or Torrent. You just want to be comfortable.
Yeah, you do want to be comfortable, and we got some favorites in here with Overflow, Party Crasher, and Phase Runner. And so let's not take away from Dome or Thermal Station, okay? Sure. These are some very popular POIs that we see on World's Edge, so our team's gonna know how to play there as well. We got a great map cycle to kick this one off, okay? We'll see if we can get ahead on Overflow. Where do they want to play? Do they want to play towards the little cubby room there, towards mid-map, or do they want to play that hillside that you can kind of see on our graphic image there and, kind of play for that height advantage? We'll see what they decide to do.
Yeah, I'm curious. Overflow and Thermal Station was a very strong set of maps for Torrent in the last event, Fallout. So at least with those being in our top of the matches, right? At least the first three, I think they're going to be starting off relatively strong. For me, it's all eyes on Noble. I just simply don't know how Noble is going to do this event, since the fact that they did in fact change their DNA. They're not the same Noble roster from the last event, but that may be a good thing because Noble didn't have the best performances in the last event. So this would be a strong start if they were able to beat Torrent, and there has been at least a month, 2 months since our last one. So a lot of time has kind of been spread since then, Fallout. So speaking of which, you got Torrent, you got Noble. Who are you going with? Because Fallout, I know you love your predictions.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the predictions game. I'm going to take Torrent 3-1. I think Torrent's going to obviously still have the expertise. RamBeau filling in this squad for Noct. Obviously big shoes to fill, but RamBeau's still a fragger.
Yep.
Really solid player, man. He's been dominating, especially as of late. So I got Torrent taking this one. Blaze, who you got?
Well, he's a vibe master.
For me, I'm going to kind of actually go in the same boat. I want to say Torrent to win, but I was feeling Torrent in a 3-0 fashion, all right? But we'll see. And I did say it was a little bit on the closer side, but I am feeling Torrent in a 3-0 fashion. I like Euriece a lot, and I think that boy pops off when it's game time.
All right, yeah, Euriece is an incredible Pathfinder player, which Pathfinders are instrumental to your success as a team. You have to be, right? That mobility. I do actually, something we breezed over and that I do want to get your opinions on, since I did, well, at first let's get chat. We got to respect chat, because chat, we know even from the Gears Pro League, man, these guys are incredible. They were beating everybody. So they're going with Torrent. So nobody's taking a wild pick and go with Noble. You disrespected my last name, but honestly, that's okay. I'm used to it, all right? But either way, one thing that we didn't talk about at the beginning, and Fallout, to get your opinion on it, Mozambique, not going to be usable here, right? It is restricted. That's a big hit. That's something that has been standardly used throughout the first three events. Now in the fourth event, we're not going to see it.
Yeah, that's a big point. Obviously, no Mozambique, no L-Star, no Devotion. A lot of these guns absolutely just beam or fry. Not going to be in play here, so we'll keep that in mind. Of course, no wall hack characters as well. Or
no Seer Bloodhound.
No Seer, no Bloodhound. So that's some of the important restrictions here coming into this one.
Yeah, Mozambique was just, like I said, so instrumental. It was so cheap. Yeah. That was the big thing. And we saw teams, in our last event just using Mozambique pretty much all the time. Either way, though, I mean, seriously, it just really changed everything. But hey, It's going to be a good day. We got our first matchup, Torrent and Noble. I'm excited to get this one started, so I'm going to hop off. You boys, take it away.
Thank you very much, Taylor. As Fallout, it's time to get into the action, all right? It's our first match of the day. It's Torrent versus Noble, and we're about to hop on Overflow. And the one thing that we haven't talked about thus far is when it comes down to team comps, okay? Who are we going to see today in arenas, especially when it comes down to this Overflow map? A character that does not get a lot of love when it comes down to Battle Royale that may get it in arenas is Bangalore. All right, I think we may see some Bangalore on this map.
I like that pick. Another one, obviously, in that same category, not getting a lot of love in BRs, but we'll see maybe more often here is Pathfinder. Obviously, mobility, the ability to get to some of those pills, get some of that loot much faster. So expect quite a bit of Pathy. I think we'll see Euriece on Path, but we'll see what our team comps end up looking like here with no Bloodhound, with no Seer. What does that mean? Well, maybe a little Bangalore. I personally like running a little Lifeline in arenas.
Okay.
Obviously, that's at lower tier Apex.
What about a little Mirage? You know, a little Mirage come out. Mirage juke people out, all right?
Yeah, you can pull out some Mirage. You can pull out a lot of Legends that people normally wouldn't play. I like that.
You know, we'll see how effective Mirage would be at this level of gameplay.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, we are going to see some interesting comps. We're about to kick it off. It is our Apex Legends Arena Invitational for Torrent versus Noble. Let's get it.
Let's get it. You know, one legend we can guarantee, Blaze, and that's Gibby. We got Gibby.
Yeah, you want some Gibby in his action.
Yeah, so we got a little Path, Gibby, and Ash. I like that pick, and this is why you need Path here, right? Take a look at how quick they're able to take that side on that, flipping on over to Noble. And it's actually the Octane Gibby Pathfinder shot to our observing team, giving us a quick heads up on the two kind of team comps here. Both teams playing on the more closed side of the map here, and it looks like we're in our first slight standoff.
Yeah, we are, and great grapple there from Euriece. Just get in position in there, wide right at those pills, and he was able to identify 3 players at the same time. Now on board with enemy, he's trying to rotate to help his teammates out as Impulse will get knocked. It's a man advantage for Torrent, but multiple players are weak, and you're gonna have to see RamBeau start to rotate back. He's taking some shots from the side, and it is a cluster. There's the knocks. It's gonna come down to a 2v1 situation. RamBeau trying to get behind the meat shield, but you're gonna have Rock. All the protection in the world. 6 shots left in his Mastiff, John. He's gonna move over to try to take over. Misses the shot. Gets the down. Can he finish him off? 66 flash. Can he get that headshot over the top of the cover?
Oh, my Lanta. This man clutches a 1v2 for the bread. I don't know if Euriece DC'd or what happened there, but Euriece was just chilling. Big chill.
He was posted up. Like that don't seem like we don't see Euriece stay still like that too often. All right,
I don't think so. Maybe path malfunctioned a little bit. You know, the insider program.
He needs a firmware update.
He does. That's exactly right.
Pathfinder ain't got put in competitive play in a while. Yeah, you gotta get him updated. A little
outdated here. You know,
get some WD-40 on them joints.
Yeah. All right. So Blaze, you know, for the first Blaze pronunciation test. For those that don't know, my favorite thing, it makes me so happy, and I'm not saying this to roast Blaze. He knows I love him.
He's not. It's just a meme.
It's not negative. It's just a meme. Is Blaze's pronunciation of gamer tag. So as things are going to pause here for a second, Blaze, let's play episode 1 of Blaze tries pronouncing names. So you called him Rack. you took the safe route. I want to hear you pronounce the full name that you saw on screen.
Oh, okay. We got Rakkinishu. Rakkinishu.
Okay, are you trolling on purpose?
No, I'm looking at it right now. I had to go back and read the name, okay? Because I know we had Rock before.
I love this game, bro. Rakkinishu. Let's roll with it.
Okay, so John, give me the correct one.
All right. Rakkinishu.
Rakkinishu? Okay.
Rakkinishu.
All right.
Yeah,
hey,
this is my favorite.
See, on my VMix, I'm watching on 480p. Those eyes kind of blend, dog.
Yeah, the eyes blend. Yeah, sure.
You got to give me some leeway there.
You're right.
Those eyes be blending.
You're right. That's a good point. So here's the best part about this is the way that Blaze says it with confidence every time. Like, you better believe, even if he butchers the name, he's going to say it with confidence.
The whole chat be like, yeah, that's him. Then y'all be talking about it next week in conversation. Like, yo, y'all seen that boy Rakkinishu? He's getting those shotgun shots. Y'all be like, what?
Rakkinishu sounds a little more cool. I was going to say maybe a swear word. A little more bad. Oh, you have to bleed for me, Blaze? Ready? You have to bleed for me? A little more bad. My man, thank you.
It really is bad.
Will take it.
It really is. It is.
Maybe Rakkinishu's the move overall. But yeah, gameplay should be jumping back into action here in just a moment. We got Rakkinishu and the Noble Boys trying to do it against the Torrent squad. I think we're restarting that full. Should be a 0-0 restart, Blaze.
Yeah, okay, cool. Full 0-0 restart. That'd be okay. Whatever happened to Euriece, he got off to a great start. Then at that point, he just wasn't mobile anymore. All right. He just was just standing there. So it's unfortunate. You know, back in our day, if the round was live, but we won't go there. You know, we're going to let it slide, a little restart to kick off the show and everything like that. League got it under control.
That was back in our day, but let's be honest, RamBeau's not winning that 1v2. You know what I'm saying? I love the guy. He's a beast, but he ain't winning that 1v2.
His fault, homie, disconnected. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, you little
ain't his fault. You know, he clapped him. Clapped them both,
I respect him for taking advantage of that, you know.
We all would have did the same thing, all right?
Yeah.
But everyone, nonetheless, we are going to get our lobby reset here, and both teams will be popping off on round one again. So the team comp that we saw Gibby, we saw Ash, and we saw Pathfinder on one squad. And then I think we saw Octane, Gibby, and Path again. Okay, so
Ash for Octane is the difference.
Ash for Octane is the difference maker. So Overflow, you want you want that Pathfinder grapple for position. You want that Gibby bubble for the close range engagements, and we're gonna see where does it balance out between the Octane and the Ash and how it will affect their team comps. But folks, that's gonna do it for me and John for now. When we come back, we're gonna get this map restarted and back into action.
And welcome back, everybody, to the UMG Champions Apex Legends Arena $10,000 Invitational. I'm getting really good at saying that. That is a long name, all right? But hey, check it out. We had a little bit of a disconnect. No worries at all. Things happen, all right? Hey, Fallout Blaze, are we not used to things happening when it comes to esports and resets happening? This is just normal.
Yeah. Maybe it's happened once or twice in my career. No, literally hundreds of times in my career as a player turned caster, tournament organizer. Yeah, it's an unfortunate reality of technology. Sometimes it fails you, Blaze. Like Pathfinder, unfortunately failed right there.
Yeah, sometimes you need a firmware update mid-match, and you got to get back into it right away. But we know how to handle these things, and don't worry, chat. We got your back. We'll keep you entertained throughout all the lulls and all the moments in the tournament in which we just gotta, get the lobby reset, because as we know, it's all about getting the gameplay as fast as possible.
Gameplay as fast as possible, and it's also important that our tournament organizers also make some decisions, and it has been made. It's going to be a full restart, 0-0. I like that. And you know what? Now they got a little bit of a snippet. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now Torrent and Noble, okay, hey, check it out. These are legends they're running. Ash, no Octane. I know you guys were discussing that a little bit. Blaze, I mean, how do you really feel about that? Because Octane is a staple. He really is. And especially on map number one, which is Overflow, speed is very important. But instead of Octane, now we have Ash. What do you think?
Yeah, well, so Octane speed and getting positioning is going to be crucial in certain areas of the map. He literally can get you in a setup flawlessly for your team fight. But on the flip end, Ash's Q, that snare,
right?
You get that properly on a team fight, that into a Gibby bubble, you're controlling that one.
I wanted to take the Ash analysis and rhetoric. He just took a red out of my mouth and he said exactly what I was going to say. I was looking for a little argument, a little back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Your team Octane, I'm team Ash. Yeah. Defend Octane for me. What you got?
Yeah, I got you, because when it comes down to Octane versus Ash, that speed for positioning, especially there towards that mid room, over there towards I forgot the name on that side of Overlook, but on the open side of the map, okay, where the players didn't start before. You get there and you get angles, you're good.
You can take that mid room. Feel free to take that mid room. I'm going to hit you with the snare, and you're going to be literally stuck in a corner, not able to move, Blaze. So enjoy that mid room and that positioning you get from speed, because my girl Ash is going to shut that down.
What?
Hey, check this out. If you want to engage on us, don't worry about it. Okay, Taylor, get out of here.
I'm out. I wasn't even here to begin with. You guys take it over, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. We got to argue a little bit. All right, John. So as I was saying, all right, even if I get snared by your Ash, I got the best Gibby behind me. All right, bubble comes down. If you want the close range engagement, come on, initiate if you want.
Congratulations.
I'm holding a shot. I'm holding an angle.
I also got a Gibby. So what you're saying with your Gibby, you're going to bubble first. You're going to have to bubble first. And because you bubble first, my Gibby's going to bubble second. We're winning that fight. Let's take a look and see, as we see Team Ash is clearly going to win this round. My man RamBeau is proving why.
Euriece is suffocating, by the way, okay? He got some great shots to start it off. He forces the Gibby bubble early.
You see that? It happened. I literally told you. I literally told you what's going to happen.
Octane repositioned with his speed. Now what?
Your team's getting absolutely donkeyed on right now, bro.
Close quarter engagement. You got Euriece trying to connect with the wingman shot. He'll be able to crack the Pathfinder. Octane trying to get away. There's the round. Okay.
It's free. It's just free with Ash. They literally.
It was free that round for him.
I literally
He pulled away with it.
Exactly what was going to happen, and I was proven correct. Can I
You
win
know
this
why,
rap battle?
though?
Can I win this rap battle?
Okay, you can take the rap battle for now, but I'm gonna win the war. Okay, the match ain't over with yet. That was round number 1, bruh.
Facts. All right, let's see what you got, Octane.
All right, and my boy Rakkinishu, okay, got the best bubbles up in here.
I love you just commit to it, bro. Yeah, let's see if we can jump on board to Octane this time around. Let's see the Octane difference. We saw Ash last time. Let's check out Octane this time. We already know.
But honestly, yeah, like Euriece positioning right on the ledge. Look at that.
I don't know why enemies not doing the same thing.
Yeah, no, there you go.
Yeah.
They're gonna get into a fight, 1v1. Euriece is flesh, but he knows he can't swing that pill just yet because RamBeau is gonna be waiting for him, but he's gonna crack him and make him flesh as well. Here's the engagement. Impulse trying to move in with the wingman, get the down on the Gibby, but you're gonna have Rock. He's gonna reposition, still up, still there to help the squad. There's a knockout enemy, 2v2 situation. They'll get the round.
Hey, all right, Blaze, you're showing some life here. Noble.
A little bit.
Ties it up. I mean, not courtesy of Octane. Octane had nothing to do with it, you know.
This is a battle of the Pathfinders, John. Okay,
it is a battle of Pathfinder right there.
It really is to set their team off right. Who can kind of get them? Who can win their 1v1 battle to a point where they can force that player to heal? And from that point, you see a quick 3v2 engagement with the Gibby bubble to kind of win the round.
You see that commentary from Crow, best tournament or operator in the game. Just nice little gentle reminder not to use the Mozambique. It's the small things, the subtle things.
Little things.
That makes a difference.
Yeah. I saw that coming in on the text. He was there. Hey.
Exactly.
Chill out.
Exactly.
No Mozoms out here.
Exactly. And that plus we saw like the production at the beginning of the show. You saw that little cute little hey former champions here's where they're at now graphic. The transition. It's sick.
All right, we're on the open side of the map. It's Euriece versus enemy again, and that's a knock on enemy. Euriece ain't playing around. No revive coming out from the Gibby bubble. Rock with the massive. He'll get the knock as well. It's all going to be up to Impulse. 1v2 situation. Euriece is in front of him.
Board of Impulse. Gonna have to trap out the shield battle. Has to get the shield battle. He's only hoping he's gonna get it. But has the Gibby shield to his right. Has Pathfinder to his left, not missing shots. But he's gonna connect for at least 120. Not gonna matter though. 2v1. Euriece and Co gonna clean that up. And like you said, battle of the Pathies. Euriece dominating that initial right there. The initial damage was what was needed to break ice. As we take a look at replay here.
And so yeah, look at this. Pop. Oh, he got stuck with an Arc Star.
Oh my god.
And he brought the Arc Star back. They had to bounce out of the Gibby bubble. That's why he definitely wasn't resable in that situation. But even if he didn't get stick with an Arc, I think the res would have been very, very risky. But the one thing that we're gonna always see in arenas, John, is players making decision on, can I pop a cell? Can I pop a battery? Can I reposition? Or do I have to commit to the fight right now? Like, these are important decisions that you have to make in Battle Royale. Like, you get them on a slower basis here when it comes to arenas. But, you know, we're seeing that these squads got to commit.
Look how Euriece plays this differently this time. Actually plays from mid-room and flies. They call a strat to push through mid-room and basically ignoring the path on the far right. And they're going to get a knock as a result. Good strat call from Torrent. Good start, but look at this. These shots from enemy. Oh my god, he's nasty with it. Needs to clutch for 1v2 though. Gets some good bubble strays. Survives for now. We'll get taken out finally though, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from enemy.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing from him as well. He did his best to try to save his team in that situation. Also, too, Noble had a great Arc Star, a defending Arc Star right there to kind of start the round, but didn't work out for him. They still lose the fight, and you're gonna get Torrent out here taking map number 1 and striking first. So, John, you'll win that battle. Okay, the Ash was definitely better in that team comp.
It's my man. Listen, I appreciate you being humble enough to admit defeat, but you're right. The war is not over. We still got games 2 and games number 3. But the question is, will they change their team comp? Will they continue to run Octane? I didn't really see a huge Octane difference in that series. I did see some impact with snares. Yeah, so I wonder if they're going to change it up here.
And so for me, I don't think the Octane is as useful with the Pathfinder on that map because the simple reason is that Path can get you that positioning with his grapple, and he's going to be able to get you that position faster than Octane. So you got to ask yourself, well, what's going to be the extra utility that I need? Octane, every time he's popping his Q, he's losing health, all right? Damage is currency out here, and it's like you're giving free money to your opponent as you're repositioning, trying to win these 1v1s and 1v2s.
That was good.
Octane ain't the play here in this situation.
That was a really good metaphor.
Thank you very much.
Very well done.
You know, I've been, you know, we got to cast some more off.
Yeah,
you know, I got some more in my chamber. You know, cock.
Tricks
you know?
in the bag, if you will. But you're spot on, man. I completely agree with that. Taking a look at the replays here from map number 1. And really what it comes down to in that conversation, Blaze, is you really only need one mobility legend, right? There's kind of the blueprint that you want to fit. You want a mobility legend. You want a defensive legend in Gibraltar, who's obviously going to give you a lot of that utility with bubble. And then you want an absolute slayer or a initiator of a legend. And of course, that's what Ashe provides. But Octane and Pathfinder on one team, that's 2 mobility legends. A little redundant.
Yeah, it really is. So when it comes down to Noble's team comp, we'll see how it's going to switch up in map number 2. But map number 1 was just absolutely dominated by Torrent. You know, you had Rock out here making some big plays with his bubble, saving a squad. Euriece in positioning with a Pathfinder, and the snares that came out from RamBeau with the Ashe. It was a great team comp in this map number 1. They knew they were going to be in a lot of close quarter engagements there, fighting at that mid room, as you can see here. And it worked out for him. It did.
That's right. Nice little aerial view. We'll show you his last fight. Beautiful catch, by the way.
RamBeau was one shot too. Like if enemy can, like enemy turns around, takes down a Gib, he actually got a shot at taking that round. But 3-1 going towards Torrent. We got to head on over towards Party Crasher. And I think we're definitely going to see some different team comps for Party Crasher. We'll most likely probably still see the Pathfinder in play. But Party Crasher is more of an open map. Okay, a lot less cover than you have there on Overflow, because you still got all those mid rooms that you can, rotate around. But when it comes down to Party Crasher, outside of having those 2 big ships and the center POI at the bottom of the map, get into those portions, you got to be careful.
Yeah, that's spot on. It's always obviously interesting map. Obviously, based on where the zone's going to be pulling is where you're going to see them playing, but very open. A lot of sight lines, a lot of angles, a lot more sniper or assault rifle action that we'll see here. Whereas last map, it was nice to see the diversity. We saw some Peacekeeper action. We saw Flatline. We, of course, saw Wingman. I like to see the diversity for map 1. I think we'll see even more diversity here in weapon pick in map 2.
All right, folks, here we go.
And by the way, buddies, I just have to say, this is the love I got. I also got to admit, you had the short end of the stick, the Octane argument. You got forced and kind of stuck there. And
I'll make any argument.
And you know what I'm saying?
I can find it.
That's why I respect it.
I can find it.
Tremendously.
So we will see the same team comp coming out for Torrent.
Why not?
We'll see if we see the Octane in Impulse's hand, and it will be. All right, mirror matchups. Octane. This Impulse, he'll get a little bit of damage to start. Both squads assessing where everybody is. Euriece went wide towards the waterfall, about a pills. Everyone got some shots on them. But this is the beauty about arenas. It's not a lot of meds that these players start off with, so you got to be careful going tit for tat to start.
That's right. Of course, everyone's excited for Control, the new 9 versus 9 limited time game mode, hopefully turn full-time game mode. It seems like a ton of fun. Can't wait to play it myself.
Same. We got to grind.
Me and you, brother. Just bring our board drops.
Yo, we're going to be so much better by just grinding that to start off our day on Apex. A little Control, warm up our guns, then just go beam everybody in a queue.
Love that decision. Love that idea. RamBeau's going to be actually matching that one on low side. A little bit of stalemate here. First time seeing a kind of a longer stalemate. You're going to see a wide rotation. Wise decision. At this point, it becomes a game of macro. It becomes a game of control of resources and resource management right now. Advantage Torrent.
Now, I don't know how many shields Rock has right now. I don't think he got too many because he hasn't been even healing a while. Impulse is going to have to reposition. He don't have no heals to work with, so this is going to be Torrent in a great position to take down Noble as they're scurrying away, looking to group up, looking to find some cover, trying to play their angles tight, force their opponent towards them, trying to get some knocks as they cross the open field. RamBeau is going to try to initiate, make the first play. He'll have to reposition.
And look how they're playing this. And again, back to the resource management. All of Noble, no shields. All of Torrent shielded up because they know they just have to outlast them, outsmart them, outplay them, take it slow here, do some damage over time, and you will win this round eventually by just kind of bleeding them out.
Torrent's doing a good job not forcing this fight. They know that they're weak, and they could have probably aped somebody already, but it's Noble controlling the high ground, controlling the tight corners where they know, oh my, Rock is going to be able to get it down. 2v2 situation, winnable for either squad. It's enemy looking to take down RamBeau, make it a 2v1. Oh, 1v1 situation.
Yes, sir. We got our first 1v1 for the bread so far in the competition. Euriece versus Enemy. Battle of the Pathfinders, both at even health, but Euriece has some shield cells to work with. He popped one. He looks like he's popping a second, so we'll be advantage Euriece.
Yeah, that's all he had. No, he's at full health now.
Making contact with Enemy.
All right, about 170 HP versus 110. Enemy with the low ground as well. He got about 75 to work with. Oh, the zone comes in, and Euriece goes for the res. Enemy moves in. He's gonna rotate towards the door, get some decent shots, closes the door. Phoenix kick comes out. Enemy high ground. Try to do his best.
How Euriece plays that, bro. Sorry to cut you off, Blaze. But I love how
you good.
Love how Euriece plays that, man. He actually baits the damage to get the revive rather than just flying and finishing the kill. Gets the res, takes the 2v1, textbook smart play from Euriece. It's someone who's so intelligent, one of the smarter players in all of Apex, and it shows right there.
And he knows too as well, like, all right, based off my opponent's positioning, I can get this res off, or I can bait him to me. If I'm able to do that, hey, he has no health. 2v1. I trust my teammate, okay? I trust my teammate of Rock to get up and help me hit some of these shots. Well, it wasn't Rock that was that he got up. It was RKN. And, you know, you trust him to get up and help him out.
Replay. There we go. Round 2. Euriece, yeet! Flies his way over to Pill, and looks like, oh, no, sorry, Noble has an issue here. So this should be a 1-0 lead, I'm assuming, because that was a clean 3v3 from last round. But for now, Noble and Spawn, courteous, hey, don't shoot us. We're chilling. Euriece might troll. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Rakkinishu has to disconnect.
That's what it was. Good looks. Yep, I see that there. So we'll pull this back here.
All right, so we'll get that one taken care of in just a bit. Just little connection issues there. But, you know, so far, I think the surprising thing that we saw there was the same team come out. Now, Octane may be a little bit better on this map where you'll have him and a Pathfinder to take over some great positioning here on the map, rather if it's high ground on top of the ship or if it's taking wide right on the waterfall and taking that battle against Euriece. They got the mobility, and we'll see if it works out for him once we get back into the map.
That's right. And you know what's interesting is Euriece is obviously using Pathfinder to basically push into waterfall and into Pill. We saw that in round 1. He didn't get matched. So we'll see if he's going to get matched this time by Enemy, the opposite path. And again, we see Octane picked. You know,
yeah.
Interestingly enough, I wonder, is this a chance to change your legend? I don't even know if you're allowed to. But
maybe, who knows? Yeah. You know, but also too, something else that we failed to mention off the start of this one. The importance of that positioning on appeals is the extra meds. All right, and we talked about it. Damage is currency. You get a few of those extra meds. It's like, hey, you can play those long range battles on party crashers if you need to, having those pills and having those positionings. And that's the main reason in which we kind of saw Torrent win that round number 1. Now, folks, we got to get this map reset again. So me and John are going to take a quick break. But when we come back, we're right back into the action. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 4th Apex Legends Invitational hosted by UMG Gaming. I'm Blaze, joined with the fantastic Fallout. We're about to head back into map number 2 between Torrent and Noble, where Torrent is currently up 1-0 in this series. We're playing on Party Crashers. And John, so far, I guess the story of this series is who can get positioning with their mobility to kick off this game to put themselves in the best position to win.
You know, brilliant, Blaze, you're right. That's spot on. It's exactly what the name of the game has been so far, positioning and the Pathfinder difference from Euriece. He's playing it really, really well, obviously getting a slight upper hand. For some reason, it doesn't seem like Enemy's being as aggressive, so we'll see.
But Enemy's going to have to go up against him at a certain point. He's going to have to challenge that battle if he wants to put his team in the best positioning, because Euriece, you know, he's out here. I'll tell you one thing. He ain't parched, all right? He ain't parched, all right? He may be a little thirsty when it comes down to these kills, but, you know, he's confident. He's just trying to hydrate out here.
At the end of the day, this guy's hungry for a championship. Last time, got just taken just like this close from Esports Arena.
It's close.
We got second place. They want the first place win this time around, and they're off to a decent start here. But I'd like to see him make a statement in this next few games here. A 3-0 win over Noble will do exactly that.
I think it will do exactly that, okay? Now, rather, if you guys are hydrating with water or you drinking coffee this early in the morning, make sure
or if you're eating
that you are heavily caffeinated
honestly, no
or hydrated.
Doing.
Oh, John, you got it all over there, okay? It's just full breakfast on broadcast.
I got continental. Don't let me bust out the eggs, the fruit. You know, I'll bring a little muffin.
Hey, we got stories, okay, of me and you in hotels having our continental breakfast in the morning, getting ready for show day.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Burbank, California, baby, that Marriott.
Shout out to your mama, man. You know, I love her, okay? All right, we got it. We were living like kings.
We were 16 years old, bro. Like, we used to get the executive suite, you know what I'm saying? We
got into everywhere.
In the hotel rooms. Oh, good times, man. Yeah, good times.
Everybody, y'all want a friend like Fallout. Trust me, okay? You want a good friend like Fallout, all right? I got his back. I stick with him everywhere. We're going to have a good time. I bring the vibes. He brings the...
perks.
Well, you bring vibes as well.
And vibes.
You know?
I appreciate that, brother.
It's vibes and vibes. I don't know what else to say about it. You know, we make it happen. We know how to make a good time happen. So let's head into map number 2 and let's keep the good vibes going in the chat. We hope y'all are having a good time at home as we're about to hop into this second round, all tied up. Well, not all tied up, but 1-0 Torrent in multiple scenarios in the series and in the map.
Yep. Big shout out to my man F Squared. If you're watching right now, Gap Departure on Twitter. Appreciate you, Haim, my Chicago brother. Just moved to Chicago, helping to organize some local Chicago events. Yeah, and Blaze, my man Blaze from Chicago as well. He's looking to organize some local Chicago kind of community meetups at the new Belong Schaumburg, Blaze. You should come through, bro.
Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely will. You know, I'm going to be home a little bit more, so I'll be on the block. Just let me know. Let me know. But, all right, we're here on Party Crashers, and when it comes down to the, Euriece with a 76 banger, that's going to buy him some time for positioning, give his team some confidence to move up. The entire squad of Torrent playing aggressive after that headshot. And Eurice's pressure is proven to be a lot. Enemy can't match his aggressiveness, John.
That's right. And that obviously 76 again. Notice how Euriece does that. Doesn't just fly. Doesn't just ape. Uses that damage to gain something else, which is positioning and materials. Wise decision from Euriece. And again, they're just slow playing this. Torrent playing really methodical here. I love it.
I do too as well. So Noble, they're playing tight, trying to help each other out. RamBeau goes down. Torrent's in a bad position. RKN and Euriece has no shields, but you see the wingman trying to bust back, but it's not connecting. He'll have to reposition. No bubble to his name. Euriece trying to make a play for the squad. Enemy knows that him and Rakkinishu in this 2v2 between the Gibbies and the Pathfinders, who's going to come out on top?
That's right. I love this. We got ourselves a match. Your enemy's going to play with aggression here. Tries to alpha male Euriece. Euriece says, no, stay down, boy. As he's going to actually get knocked.
Oh my.
Out, all up to enemy
Those
here.
headshots go. Above.
And Euriece is hurt. 1v2 opportunity for enemy. He takes out one. Euriece is damaged. And guess what? Some heals for enemy. But Euriece did have a shield bat. That's the materials difference from what he got earlier.
Yep, that's him playing that waterfall side. This is where he wins his games, and they're going to play it tight. He needs one headshot to crack that shield. He's got to pre-fire it going up against Euriece because he got the same mindset. Knowing that he has the high ground, fakes the res. Oh, that's what he needed right there, the 176. He has all the confidence in the world. Fakes the res, comes back up. Euriece repositions. He heals. He pops another sail, John.
I was holding my breath. I was holding my breath.
Same, yo, Euriece with the height advantage, the battle with the Pathfinders with the wingmans, and he shows that, hey, you got a great shot, but I got the better position. Don't matter.
Yeah, nice job right there. From both, obviously high ground wins it, but didn't necessarily, wasn't guaranteed to go that way. Look at this, RamBeau with the wide flank, hits that arc snare, does the damage, initiates, and opens up an opportunity. And a good job by Euriece and RKN in the 2v2. They get that first knock. Enemy almost clutches it up, does what he can. Nice hit a nice headshot, but ultimately Euriece right here, he gets cracked. Weak. Bam! Two shots and dunzos. Right there from Euriece.
And good job too, playing with the zone, a sky nade over the top. But you will see Torrent is all trying to take this everybody's trying to take this waterfall position to start. It's an early Gibby bubble. Sorry, Gibby. In early bubbles by both teams. So no bubbles in use for a while. Impulse gets the height advantage, gets some great shots on RamBeau. He's going to be fleshed. He goes down. Man advantage for Noble. Euriece up top with the R99. Looking to even the odds. Needs one more shot. Can he get the down? Yes, he will. But he gets down himself. It's all up to RKN. Impulse and enemy looking to take this 2v1. But they can't find him. As you can see, RKN at the front of the ship.
Get up. Come on,
There's the Raz. He's under. He sees him. He's like, no, you're not going to stick this. I'm climbing up. There's the knock. 1v1. It's Euriece once again. Sorry, enemy.
Yeah, nice job from them to get a point on the board here. It was looking a little bit scary for a second. 2-1 is the score. Torrent looking to close this out.
That was good for Noble.
And go up 2-0. Yeah, it was much needed win right there.
Much needed round there for Noble. Much needed round there for Noble. If not, hey, that's 3-0. That's a 2-0 lead for Torrent. Noble did a good job getting one map on the board, but hey, at the end of the day, you gotta win by 2. That's Arenas.
And can we just give a shout out to our production team? A little slow-mo. You know, Apex is so much more sick in slow-mo. Let me just be real here, right there. That was pretty nasty with it. Good to see the replays and the action. Appreciate every single one of y'all on the production team.
Okay.
Quick ult's gonna come through. That's positioning, baby. And that's why, yeah, you can take your Octane, but I can still get positioning and fast mobility as well as Ash with an ult.
And they also got a lot of options too with their Pathfinder zipline as well. The Gibby ult will back these players up a bit. That allows Torrent to take their height advantage away from them. So it's pushing Noble back towards the spawn. Euriece with the height advantage once again, looking to shoot down on these players. I think we saw a Gibby bubble come out. The snare goes to the left, doesn't catch anyone, but there's the bubble dropped. Noble, they'll get inside, try to get themselves some cover, force Torrent down, John.
And what Torrent wants right here, Blaze, is they want to just wait for their Gibby bubble to come back. They have the bubble advantage right now because Noble just used theirs. So expect them to push once RKN's bubble is back off cooldown. If he, of course, did have bought enough abilities, which likely he does. Yep, looks like. Oh no, this is Euriece has one more Q in his arsenal. But expect them to push potentially if that bubble comes back if they still have them.
Enemy says, who wants to make the first move? Okay, I double dog dare y'all to come down. But guys, the zone is moving in. Everyone's gonna have to hop down at a certain point. That's where Noble's gonna use their opportunity to drop their next bubble if they have it. I'm pretty sure they put the funds into it. Rakkinishu trying to climb up. That's a quick down. They got the crack there too on RKN. He'll heal for Torrent. He's out to fight a little bit, but Noble's trying to take over, move up, get aggressive. Oh, they're gonna trap him down low. They'll eat him alive. That's a 3-1 victory. Noble, they fall down 2-0. Torrent one map away from winning our first series.
Loving what I'm seeing from Torrent. Not only the gunplay, because at the end of the day in arenas, you gotta hit your shots. That's what you love about it. But I love the strat calling from Torrent. Well played in the initial strats, but then also on the mid strats as well. They're able to kind of outplay, outmaneuver out position, and they take that one first.
All right, when we come back, we'll see if Noble can get this series all tied up or if Torrent's gonna run away with it. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the UMG Champions Apex Legends Arena $10,000 Invitational. I'm Taylor Reflections Noble, joined by Blaze and Fallout Boys. A good series for Torrent. They're up 2-0. They do win. Overflow as well as Party Crasher both in the same style, 3-1. Blaze, one of the things that I've noticed quite a bit, and I know Fallout pointed this out a little bit earlier, Euriece, he's not being contested on pill at all. It's basically free for him every single time.
You know, sometimes when you the big dog, you know, nobody want to bark against you, all right?
That's right.
They just want to, respect you. They want to try to, you know, corner you. They want to try to, you know, out-rotate you and just, you know, get you in a pound. But Euriece, man, he's a rebel, okay? He can't get locked down. You can't put him on a leash. You can't put a muzzle on him, all right?
Is Euriece alpha?
These boys.
Is he alpha? Is he the top of the food chain right now?
Oh, man, hell yeah, he alpha, okay? He's like... He's like what Underdog is, okay, at his best.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Fallout. All right, so we got Big Dog. Who else is looking like the Big Dog, though? If you had to pick one other than Euriece, we've seen, well, I guess really Euriece is the alpha because that play in round 1 where he baits the damage out, gets the revive on RKN, and then clutches the round in that technically in the 2v1. Euriece is just an educated player. Like, he's educated, he's got the mechanics. He is pretty incredible.
He is, absolutely. If I had to pick one other, I'd say RKN. RKN is kind of the opposite. Sure. Not uneducated, not by any means, not from that perspective, but opposite play style, right? Euriece is the tip of the spear. RKN really the solid fundamental rock for this team.
Sure.
Very smart player. I'm a big fan of RKN and all that he's accomplished in Apex Legends. So yeah, those are the two I've seen play really, really well. And I have a feeling RKN's the one calling a lot of their strats and helping them find success.
Well, that's interesting. So RKM Blaze, that's who Fallout says is the other alpha, the other big dog barking it up. I think Rakkinishu is going to give him a good challenge here. Both being Gibby players, we're going into Thermal Station. However you want. Don't even start try to mess me up because you can mess me up. I'm like my duo Blaze, bro. You start saying something else after I got something in my mind, I'm not going to be able to get it right the entire time, all right? So Rakkinishu, Rakkinishu, however you want to say it. Gibbies are going to be fighting here on Thermal Station, and I think it's going to be a big battle because Gibbies, they make some big plays and some big impact plays on Thermal Station.
And they're pretty big, and they're also pretty big themselves.
Pretty massive. They're like Blaze, all right? They're not like me and you, John, all right? We're relatively small. Now, Blaze, 6'8", fully tatted, okay?
I'm looking thick in my sweater today, I like to wear my sweaters, It make me look like I got an extra 20 pounds again, So it's just... I gotta eat more, But,
I'm wearing a sweater to hide this, winter 15 I gained. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you on that one. I'm with you, and that's why we got the oversized shirt. All right, look, I'm gonna hop out. This is gonna be a big map. We need to see Noble step it up because they're trailing behind 2-0. Hopefully, they don't have an early exit to loser bracket, but Torrent's looking unstoppable. Boys, take it away.
All right, folks, we're about to head on over towards Thermal Station, and I do think Rakkinishu and RKN are both going to be using those Gibbies once again. And so the one thing, John, that we got to pay attention to is when they use the Gibby bubbles, right? Because they cost a good amount of money, and if you are forced to burn them early in your fight, you have a difficult decision to make on how do we engage on this, or are we just going to be at a disadvantage throughout the entirety of the round and wait till we get engaged on?
Yeah, but I can't even focus though because I'm so mad that you're now pronouncing Rakkinishu right. I'm pissed at Taylor for saying
John,
right.
You know what I do, John? Like,
what do you do?
For any player's name and I can't get right off the bat, I wait till you say it. Then once you say it, I'm good. Once you say it, I'm good the whole day.
Bro.
It's a strat, right?
Yeah. Well, in that case, there's a couple names I have under my sleeve that we're gonna.
And I ain't gonna touch them.
You're
gonna try to force me to touch them, and I'm not gonna touch them.
Nah, you gotta do it. It's
yeah,
too,
we
it's
good.
Too good, bro. For the people, for the fans, everyone loves it. Everyone loves that about you. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I gotta pull up the chat real quick and see what's up to y'all. Everyone in the chat right now, hanging in there, watching, tuning in. What's up, everybody? Appreciate y'all coming through. Fallout here alongside Blaze. We got round number 1 of map number 3. Let's take it.
All right, it's the battle for the pills, and Euriece will be able to get a few extra cells there, but he needs some extra help, some extra cover. That's a 45 flash from enemy. The entire team of Noble fully healed up. This is their fight to take. They're trying to find RamBeau, but you see the early bubble drop there by RKN. They'll be able to move in, clean up the kill on Euriece, but it's a close quarter engagement that Noble comes out with easily.
Ooh, all right, Noble. You're showing some life coming out swinging in round number 1 of map number 3. They needed it. Down 2-0 right now. Great job from Noble. Rakkinishu doing a good job starting. Can he finish is the question. 2 more rounds. They need to perform here. Do or die.
All right. Let's see. How do they want to come out into this next round? And I missed it off the start, but I can see it now. Impulse. I see him jumping up and down with those robotic legs once again. He's on his main. He's on where he feels the most comfortable. That's Octane. And me and John ain't dogging Octane at all. We just like, when it comes down to positioning util on this map, how useful can he be with some of the other characters' Qs that we got? Enemy takes a lot of damage. Euriece wanted that, and Euriece is 2 HP. Will he get knocked as well is the question. I see him up. A long-range bubble to block the sight lines, cut the gap. Enemy. As he's down, you got an Impulse looking to connect with the wingman shots. He knows that Euriece is still weak. It's a 1v3 situation that Torrent will win.
And I love that strat call there, Blaze. Aggressive out of round 2 from the gate. They get an early Ash ultimate. Use that to get high ground, wide left flank with a wingman. RamBeau hits the shots. They get the win. That's huge.
That is really huge. So this round, we did see enemy challenge Euriece off the start. And you're going to see he was just a shot away. Boom, connect. Ooh, 5 HP. He goes down. At that point, no one's able to clean up the Pathfinder. They needed that knock to make it a clean 2v2 to get on the same page, but they felt the pressure the entire time, and Torrent knew they just had to hold an angle.
Look at that. Champions banner, baby. Champions from game 1. champions for game 2. Can they do it again here? Is the question. Look at the strat call from Noble. Oh my gosh. That's octane difference though right there. You can't do that with that. I guess you technically can because everyone's jumping the Ash portal. But still, they're able to get wide left. They're basically running the same strat. But all 3 of them decide to push this time, right? I think angles though.
They take the high ground of Dome. Impulse. He sees Euriece, connects with 82. Couldn't get the next shot to crack the shield. RKN pushes up to alleviate some of the pressure from the high ground. It's enemy. He gets knocked. This Torrent with a man advantage. It's another knock on the opposite side. Make it a 2v2 situation. Euriece and RKN as he's going to have to bunker down into the Dome. Impulse. He's going to get that crack, and there's a revive. Makes it a 3v2. Enemies back up in the fray. They'll push down and try to take down a Gibby. RKN is going to be out, and it's all up to Euriece as he's popping a battery to win a 1v3. A few players are weak, but it's enough help on the opposite side for them to be able to take this with ease.
Usually, I'm always talking about the smart plays Euriece is making. I'm not sure I agree with that decision right there, though. He actually leaves his teammate in a 1v2, dips away, maybe to get some loot. Perhaps not on the same page. But they had a 2v2, and at the end of the day, you can't let them get that res. You might want to get mats and resources, but you're going to let them get a free res if you do that. So in the end, Noble takes it, and they're 1 round away from taking their first map. Look at the beam right there. Oh my God, RamBeau hits those.
Yeah, he did, man. He got his team start off very, very well. At that point, Torrent, they were in the fight, and they had the angles, but they were just spread out. Euriece was on the low ground. RKN was inside the Dome. And then RamBeau was the focus of attention. And from there, Noble did a great job controlling the high ground, and they just did not allow Torrent to group up. We'll see the Asho from RamBeau again for positioning. He won't be contested right away. It's going to be enemy who gives the call out to his teammates that, hey guys, we lost that battle. We either need to reposition or start hitting some headshots. Maybe focus on Euriece, as Euriece, he kind of feels that pressure as well. He's 5 HP. Beautiful shots coming out with the 99. Arc Snare goes far. Impulse repositions, and Euriece should be able to get the battery. Ooh, reposition. Again, he finds safety.
Ooh, wow, able to survive right there. His tail between his legs, just barely is Euriece. So, Noble, advantage. Torrent, not sure what their mats are looking like. Euriece is so hurt right now. We have our first stalemate here in round number 4. You can see Torrent playing a little bit more cautious. They're going to get high ground here. Will they force yet another round? Okay. Or will Noble close this out? The question
what you want?
Yeah.
Okay, they go for the car wingman action. Plenty of ammo with both those weapons to use. Gonna have to take a little bit of damage from the lava, but nothing that Impulse can't handle. All right, we are in a 3v3 situation still. You got
advantage Noble for sure in terms of resources, economy. Right now, they're in a much better spot.
But when it comes down to hill positioning, Torrent, they do have this high ground. They have the Dome, and you can see the circle in the mini map to the left. It is going to pull towards them. So Noble slowly trying to cut the gap. There's some good shots coming out there with the 301. Allow him to move up a bit more, trying to get to his teammates in the bubble, and he'll be able to make it. Needs to pop a cell. He'll be able to get that off, get back to full health. Impulse finds an angle, has a player trapped in the corner, calls out RamBeau. His teammates, they're focused on Euriece on top of the building. RamBeau will be able to heal up, but Jon, neither squad able to get a definitive advantage, a definitive knock. Torrent's doing a great job staying composed.
Yeah, and this shot by Noble to recognize they have the massive resources. Face one out last right here. Oh my God, Impulse with a brilliant angle right there. I'm stealing that, by the way, Blaze. That's a really, really great angle, but looks like RamBeau's gonna get back to full health here. Euriece knocks enemy, and here we go. We might see our first round number 5 in this one. Yes, we may. Impulse, though, puts such in work in. Enemy Rakkinishu damaged, eliminated, but look at Impulse making huge plays with the wingman. It's insane what we're seeing right now. Impulse last alive.
Can he get it off? Double batteries pop. He knows he needs a quick knock. That's how you get it done. Turn into a 1v1, but he has to fight on the other side of the door. He didn't recognize it. He could have healed up. You can see the Phoenix kit in the shield battery right on the ground, but just didn't know exactly where his opponent was pushing him from.
That's right. As we take a look at our replay here, I wanted to take a moment to say hello to our viewers from Japan. Thank you for coming and watching. Hope you're enjoying the gameplay. My name is Fallout, joined alongside Blaze. Great to see the Japanese Apex community, one of the best communities in Apex, showing.
I wanted to speak some Japanese, but
Yeah, me too,
I know
bro.
2 words. Arigato, konnichiwa, arigato.
Nice.
I always said arigato. It's arigato.
Is it?
I don't know why I put the D. It's arigato. Need to learn me some Japanese. We need to take some lessons one day. Take that 12-hour trip. Go have a good time.
That'd be a great time. I'm all about it. Here we go. Round number 5. On board of Euriece. Great flank opportunity, but actually is going to be damaged by enemy. Nice trade. It turns 180s, but Noble is on top in this round for now, at least. Finally, though, one knock comes through. Arcane gets knocked. Enemies down as well. All to Rakkinishu. Last alive for his team. Can he clutch the 1v2?
He knows RamBeau is weak. He has to get into the 1v1. He may go for the quick revive. I think that is the smart play. RamBeau to the right, holding the L trigger. The shots are there. There's the knock. Ooh. This is winnable. Through the crack, the wingman claps, but he's not going to get the down reposition. Uses the cover to finish the fight. Rakkinishu gets it done. It's all tied up 2-2. Well, 3-2.
Rakkinishu with the play of the tournament, a 1 versus 2 to keep themselves alive in this one. If Torrent wins that, it is match point. Instead, RamBeau beams early, but gets beamed by Rakkinishu, takes the bad 2v1, doesn't do enough damage. Euriece not able to finish. What a play right there from Rakkinishu.
Man, I love how he used that cover for a quick second to make sure he can get his arm shield up as well. He knew, that's a Gibby master right there. He knew how to win that fight. He knew his advantages, and he knew he was a walking tank.
That is a good match.
Now, Torrent, they don't have their ults for position on top of the roof just yet, but here's enemy looking to be the playmaker, gets the high ground, not contested against Euriece this time around, but he will be able to get some shots on RKN. Gonna play the edge in case he has to fall down, just in case, and he knew what he was getting into. The arc snare comes out. It will not be useful. It's useful enough to make sure nobody's on top of that cover. It just gives you the peace of mind.
Snare, though. He has 2 more to his name. The enemy had already dropped from that cover, so you're right in that analysis. RamBeau gonna heal back up with the shield battery. Should be back to full, and we got a stalemate here in this one. Yet another. Torrent really prioritizing cylinder building. And meanwhile, Noble prioritizing loot.
What was that? I almost want to say I think he got a shotty off of that. That was a Spitfire. Okay, I saw a rare weapon at first. I was like, that's not a Kraber, is he? We don't see Krabers in Arena, I don't think.
Nah.
Yeah, we don't.
Opting for Car Wingman instead of the Spitfire and interesting decision. Probably a good one.
Moving here.
Close quarters fights, especially.
Euriece doing his best. He got 23 shots left in his wingman. He brought a cheap one, white mag, but he knows he only has to hit a few shots, but it has to be accurate. Needs to conserve that ammo. Arcstar coming out from RamBeau. Rakkinishu has to reposition. He was the focus. Now, John, the ring is gonna pull towards the cylinder building once again. But I want to say last time we saw this fight happen about 2 rounds ago, that was the round where Noble lost it in that 1v. Whoa, enemy.
My God.
Great shots, but how do you move up off of that? You need to focus someone else. RamBeau's, he's up in his energy a bit. He knows that he needs to be more aggressive while his teammates healing. They got their health back, so he's trying to be the focus of attention. He did a good job just getting these players to look at him and not play up a little bit.
I mean, still, the enemy threaded a needle with that wingman. That was disgusting. Does the damage and forces them to use a lot of resources. It looks like the resource battle is advantage Noble right now. They've got pills, they got the drop supply crate. They just got to outlast Torrent here. Obviously, this late of a round, everyone's going to be pretty well resourced. Good economy for everybody. Here comes the fight, though. RKN, no shields, needs to heal back up. He's going to do exactly that. Here's a push. RamBeau knocks enemy. That's 1. Can he get the double? Nice Gibby bubble to help him out.
2v2. Euriece is knocked. It's up to Noble for the dub. And they get it. Do they?
No,
they don't. Oh, my. It's 3-3. We're all tied up. This is going to be a sudden death situation.
Insane situation here. Torrent finds a way to stay alive right there in that round. Let's take a look at the replay. RamBeau has been beaming.
Okay, that's the first knock.
Himself. That's right.
Impulse goes down. Rock gets the knock. There's the cleanup, and RKN was right there, and he just got the shot off as he was dipping into the bubble. Now, when it comes down to Noble's strategy, even though they're not getting control over that cylinder building, it's not the worst because they are getting the meds on the outskirts of the map. That's the drawback. That's the trade-off there of not having that building. But when they do that, they need to just outlast them. The arc star to the ground. A Peacekeeper connects for 28. The arc star to flame. He gets out in time. Impulse, can he get the battery? It's enemy trying to step up. He'll get the knock. Both Gibbies down. Gonna hold the door. RamBeau coming in on the flank. Him and Euriece, they group up. He's looking to cause some problems. The battery is off. 53 with the Peacekeeper. A nade at the door. Another nade at the door. They'll reposition towards the left. A flank's coming in, but both Gibbies got the door blocked. They're fighting for it. I want to close it. I want to open it. Euriece on the flank. Enemy is taken out. Torrent, wow. They go up one.
Intense 2v2 fight right there. Torrent finally on match point here. Their first lead of this game. 4-3 is the score, and Blaze, you mentioned it earlier, you hit the nail on the head. We are getting close to a potential sudden death situation. If we are tied at 4-4, next game wins. Can Torrent close it out in this one, or will Noble get us to the one round for it all for the bread situation? Let's find out, baby. It's been a great match so far here in game number 3.
It has been. It really has been. And Noble, that last round, they got really aggressive, cracking down that door. They tried to knock down RamBeau, but he managed to get away and really clutched up the round. Lots of arc stars there in front of the portal. It's going to be enemy up top with the high ground. Has a decked out flatline, watching that right hand for his team, but he needs to focus on RKN. It will be a knock on Impulse for the win. Torrent in a 3v2 situation. As enemy and Rakkinishu on top of the roof looking for anything. They know that that bubble's going away soon. They're going to try to get the low ground. Enemy's knocked. It's up to Rakkinishu to keep his team alive. Can he get it done? He needs the knock, but he's focused. And Torrent, they're going to win this 3-0.
A massive congratulations to Torrent starting this tournament by making a statement with a statement win over Noble 3-0. They're playing so well. RKN, Euriece, and RamBeau performing in game or match number 1 here as we get ready to welcome back Reflections here in just a moment. I'm excited to get his thoughts because what a match that was. So entertaining in game number 3, Taylor.
Great. I mean, really entertaining. And the fact that Noble, finally put up a fight and showcase what they can truly bring to the table. Make no mistake, guys, this is still group play, which means Noble, even though they lose, it's not single elimination. They do drop down to the loser bracket, and the opportunity for them to make it into tomorrow is there. Of course, chat, though, they're all Torrent fans. I think the Torrent fans showed up pretty big, and for good reason. Torrent played incredible. Second place from last event, and obviously this event, just incredible. And Blaze, you called Euriece the alpha, and he was the alpha in all 3 maps. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with just about everything he did.
I am as well. Euriece, what he was very dominant in is 1, he had the best movement on the map. 2, he controlled the either the wide angle or the height advantage on every single map. And 3, he didn't care who the hell he had to fight. He was challenging everybody. He says, you want it, you can get it. You want some, I got extra. He says, I know you ain't about that life, but don't worry, I got time for you as well.
Yeah, I mean, he had time for everybody,
whole
man.
Team.
This is the thing. You can really see, and I don't know if it was intentional or not. I know as commentators we try to, hype up a storyline and things like that, but even going back to Party Crasher, again, when Euriece wasn't challenged on the pill, someone needs to take the reins. Someone needs to put him in check. Now, if that's enemy, fine. He's the Pathfinder. He needs to be that guy to really challenge him and keep him in check, get to places, obviously, where Euriece is trying to prioritize. But as good as enemy was, Euriece, he was just that much better. And I got to ask you, Fallout, in terms of, setting up that storyline between Arcane and Rakkinishu, Rakkinishu had plenty of great moments. He truly did. Arcane was, just as well there. I think Rakkinishu gave a lot of value to Noble, though, in this series.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, Rakkinishu, I think, had the clutch factor. Played so well as an individual player. Whereas Arcane, again, just what I mentioned last time, always just a very solid player, willing to do the dirty work for his team. That was the difference in my eyes.
If he clutches that round, that was for the map, too.
Yeah. I know, so close and so far away, man.
Do that.
It is, and I was really excited. I can't lie. Like I come into these series, I'm not biased towards any team. I mean whoever moves forward. The better team wins. But I wanted to see Noble send it to a game 4, just selfishly, so I could see more of this series and more of Noble and what they can bring to the table. Because again, in the last tournament, Noble was represented by a different roster than this one. But I do think Noble has a lot of opportunity and potential to move forward, not only in Group B, but also move forward in the playoff bracket. I was very impressed with Impulse Enemy and Rakkinishu. I was also impressed with Torrent's ability to be able to use Ashe and kind of switch things up a bit, which we haven't seen yet. It's still early on, but overall, a great series. Blaze, I got to ask you, the longevity of Noble, though, as they do drop down to loser bracket, did you see enough from them in this series to warrant maybe, maybe them moving forward? Do you think they have a good chance to move to playoffs?
I'm not too sure about it, honestly, especially with them in this group. If they do want a chance, I think we just need bigger plays coming out of Impulse and Enemy. All right, because Rakkinishu, he was the solid player on the squad. He was a great Gibby main, and we saw him clutch up multiple times. But when it comes down to mobility and the Slayers on the squad fighting for positioning, they have to fight for those positionings. They have to hit their shots. If not, you're putting your team down right away, and you're forcing Rakkinishu to have to make those plays. If you're not getting those extra meds, and if that wingman ain't connecting, you're playing from behind at the kickoff of the round.
Playing behind, and Fallout, I think Noble was playing behind consistently. And Blaze brought up a great point. Your Octane and Pathfinder players need to be initiating the action. Specifically Octane, if you're going to rock Octane like Impulse was doing, like he needs to be the guy who's getting those pills, being hugely aggressive, challenging Euriece if he needs to. But I don't think he did that enough. And like Blaze said, Rakkinishu was forced to clutch up so many times. Is there anything else Noble can maybe capitalize on as they move down to the loser bracket?
Yep, I think you hit the nail on the head. That's spot on. I'd like to see maybe consider changing their legend composition in general. If it ain't working, fix it. Don't continue to force it. So we'll see what they do as they move down to losers. It'll be a tough road for them.
Yeah, and not just the Gibby bubble. Sorry, not the Gibby bubble, but the Octane jump pad versus the Ashe portal. Yep. One gets you there to point A to point B right away. The other one got you floating. Okay, and also one character's taking away your health every 2 seconds. All right, you're giving up free money.
It's true. I'm curious how the rest of the event works. I am very curious. But either way, right now, it seems like Ashe might have a little bit of an advantage, but Octane has also been a staple. But Torrent is also a staple in this event and a huge favorite. And I like the fact that RamBeau, being the new addition to this trio, at least for Torrent in arenas, was rocking Ashe and doing a great job doing so. Great series overall. Torrent moves forward, not to playoffs. They still have one more battle to win, but Fallout Blaze, you absolutely destroyed it. And now it's time to be joined by Onset and Gaskin in just a bit. We're going to be moving to Esports Arena versus Mutarium. This is going to be a great match. I'm excited for this one. ESA returning, knocked on the roster. I can't wait to see how well they're going to play. Boys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, chat, we're going to have another great series underway. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.